ng lupa dahil po sila po ay kasama sa aming pelikula. Walang iba po, bigyan po natin ng isang tumataginting na round of applause ang nag-iisang Cuenca. Kamusta? Nandyan din po. Ngayon lang po kami ulit magkikita-kita. Nandito rin po, siyempre, ang nag-iisang between namin si Bernal dito. Ang tambalang Cuenca, Bernal, nandito na po sa entablado. Tatawagin din po namin si Katrina Halili. Palakpakan din po tayo para kay Rinse Azul. At ang aming monster in the house, si Paolo Paraiso. And I would like to mention the breakthrough performance of one Patty Chu. Come on over, Patty Chu. So dito tayo, pwede na siguro po. Pero tatawagin ko na rin po, we'd like to acknowledge may second batch pa po kami siguro mamaya makakapanayan po ninyo. Nandito din po ang kambal si Kenny Tofi Santos ng PBB, yan po. Tayo naman kayo. Yan, palakpakan po natin. Nandiyan din po si Jane Joseph, yung singer, yan po ang reporter natin sa Kontradiksyon. At syempre ang ating nurse sa Kontradiksyon, si Princess Velasco, na asapsasyonista yan. At syempre, nandito si Daddy Levy Ignacio. Ayan po, kumakain po tayo. Daddy Levy, yan. Isang batikang aktor po yan sa industriya. Kilala po siguro ng press natin. At sino pa bang nandito? Si Kian, yung ating bata nandyan. Kian? Okay, na nag-absent para sa inyong lahat. Okay, maraming salamat. Oo, anak nila, Jake at ni Ritz. Yung papers, may anak na kayo. May anak na kayo. So,
thank you, Direk. Let's just hand the microphone to some of our cast members para sa aming
pasa-pasa na
Q&A.
Ilang mic ba to?
Yan, dalawa. Tatlo, bale. Okay, siguro let's give this opportunity para bumati muna yung ating cast. Let's start with Paolo. Paolo, please, greet everybody.
Hello, good afternoon guys. Thanks for coming.
Hello po, good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. Ayun po, may palang humingi po namin ng tulong na i-promote din ang pelikula namin. Maraming salamat sa pagpunta ninyo. Sana po supportan niyo ang pelikula namin, Kontradiksyon, June 26.
Hello po, maraming salamat po sa oras ninyo and thank you Bernal Films for this opportunity. Salamat po.
Ayan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Hiningi po namin ang suporta nyo na sana po ipakalat natin ang Kontradiksyon June 26 na po. Thank you.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Sige po, kain lang po kayo. Enjoy lang po kayo. At sana po, mapanood nyo rin po itong Kontradiksyon at sana may pakalat natin ang mabuting balita na sa June 26 na po ilalabas ang Kontradiksyon. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much. Ba ang Kontradiksyon?
Parang ang boses.
I know, right? Parang voice over lang ako din.
Kapag ng mga paparazzi natin dyan. Maraming salamat sa... Ang Kontradiksyon po ay pwedeng basahing contradiction or contradiction. And it's a play of words, of course. And actually, that's not the original title. Okay. But it was Ma'am Kathleen Digo who actually inspired me to write another title for the movie. And I think it works. And it looks nice. The font is nice. And it's a combination of powder and shabu powder and blood. So basically, the premise of the movie is if you get into this kind of addiction, you dabble with illegal drugs, you dabble with blood, you dabble with violence. So basically, it can be read either contradiction or contradiction. Now, a lot of people may ask me if it has something to do with the president. What I can say about it is it has nothing to do with the president.
Okay.
But at the same merit, it has everything to do with the president because the reason why this is a hot topic right now is because of the thrust of the government and the campaign against illegal drugs.
That's right.
So basically,
Doon iikot.
yes, and it's inspired by a lot of people telling me that the president right now is a man of many contradictions. I don't know if people know this, but one of the first budgets that he increased was that of human rights. And he usually would be criticized by human rights advocates and he would fire back. And that's no secret. So, isn't that contradictory?
Right.
So, but basically what we're trying to mirror here is what's happening in real life. So,
Okay.
what I'm very proud to say with all these actors is that in this movie, in this particular movie, there is no clear-cut villain. Every character here on stage has a merit. There's something good about them, and there's something evil about them as well, and bad about them. Sometimes it's just their choice, their life choices. And sometimes they're pitted into situations wherein they would have to make a judgment call.
And let's hear it from the actors, yung kanilang mga role sa pelikula. Ritz, let's start with you. Your role, please.
Ako si Karina dito, asawa ng character ni Jay, na si Alexis. Isang mapagmahal na asawa at anak. At I'm sure magugulat kayo sa character ko. Hindi ko pa alam paano sasabihin, pero sana mapanood nyo. Sa unang mga eksena pa lang, magugulat pa kayo.
Ako naman, ang role ko dito si Yvonne Acosta, director po ako ng PIDEA. Magaling ako dito sa hand-to-hand combat. Nag-training ako. So, ayun. Yung character ko dito, mabilis ako magtiwala to the point na medyo naive na. So, ayun. Hindi naman ako kontrabida dito. So, ayun. Thank you.
Ako po si Jessica Puyat. I'm a call center agent. And may anak ako, I'm a single mom, and meron din po ako, kasama ko din po ang nanay ko. And also, on the side, I'm a drug pusher and drug addict. No naman addict, but drug user. So, pero hindi ko siya ginagawa dahil gusto ko siyang gawin. And addicted ako. Ginagawa ko siya to provide for my family. Kasi, yun nga, kailangan ko may extra income. So, ganun din yung contradiction sa life or sa puso ni Jessica na gagawin ko ba ito o hindi at kung ano yung tama. Dahil gusto ko lang naman makapag-provide at mabigyan ng magandang buhay ang pamilya ko.
Thank you, Kris. Jake?
Yeah, ako naman dito si Alexis Bernal, sa anti-EJK advocate, parang nagpuprotesta tayo hanggang sa nangyari hindi inaasahan sa pamilya ko na nangyari sa harapan ko. And at that point, nag-decide ako sumali ng PIDEA. Pero for the wrong reasons, kasi parang ang gusto kong hanapin ang umapema ang pumatay sa pamilya ko. So yun yung journey ng character. Ito.
Thank you, Jake. Patty?
Ako po dito si Jerwin, user and drug addict.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet lang, ha? Short and sweet. Ayaw nang spoil ni Patty.
Ako po si Paolo at I'm addicted to drugs. Ako po dito sa movie, ako si Monster. Lalong hindi inaasahan na mangyayari ni Jake sa character niya dahil sa akin.
Oh.
So, pero hindi sa akin nagtatapos yun. Yun naman part ng movie na mag-unveil naman. Hindi sa akin hindi sa amin magtatapos ang buong story. It's a much bigger story. Yeah, so,
Thank you, Paolo.
Could you give us a little background about yourself, aside from being a Palanga winner, and how you got involved in this project?
Actually, I'm a multifaceted guy. A lot of people call me a Renaissance artist because I'm a production designer. Ako ay one of the protege of Salvador Bernal. I just have to mention that because he's one of my mentors in production design. And I won a lot of Best Male Host in Aliw Awards, and then I'm also a singer-songwriter. I'm currently a board of directors at PhilSCAP, along with sila Rico Blanco, si Sir Ramon Chuaing din. I'm also a part of the board of Aliw Awards, and I'm also with MTRCB, one of the board of directors of MTRCB, and one of the directors in PATCOR. So, aside from that, we also do projects with the ANR, and I sing, I dance, I beatbox, I play 16 musical instruments, I break dance, and tumatanggap din po ng labata at Notary Public. Yun po.
Could you explain the spots under your eyes? Kasi parang nakaka-curious yung mga tao. Kasi hindi
Thank you for asking. Coming from you, it sounds so profound when you ask that. So I'm going to answer that with a decent question. For the first time in my life, I will answer that with a decent and the right answer, to tell you the truth. No? Usually when people ask me that, it's superficial. So I just perfunctorily would say, it's branding. So people will remember me. But actually, I have a foundation for the poor. We grant free performing arts classes to poor underprivileged street kids. And I've been doing that for many, many years. Even before Efren Peña Florida, who I really, really admire in what he keeps on doing. We've been doing that. We've been granting free performing arts classes to poor underprivileged street kids, drama, music class, and everything. Since I studied from Power Dance and Ballet Philippines and everything. So we did that in Payata, Smoky Mountain, in Nueva Ecija. And so when I started doing that, I was giving them jobs already because they were getting really, really good in performing arts. So I started putting them in shows in Cultural Center of the Philippines. And as you all know, the Cultural Center of the Philippines and the quote-unquote highbrow arts of theater, they don't pay much. Why? Because the audience needs to step up in admiring all these people. So hopefully, this is an advocacy also for people to support theater. And so what happened was, sabi ko, nangyayari din sa mga bata is pinagbabawalan ng mga tao, ng mga magulang nila, wag na kayong tumuloy dyan sa pagsasayaw, pagkanta, pag-arte, wala kayong mapapala dyan. So nakaisip ako ng paraan. I have to engage and I have to be influential in the same way that I was influential in the cultural arts, in the Cultural Center of the Philippines. I have to be influential in the mainstream media. So in the mainstream film industry, television, broadcast industries. But syempre, ayokong lamunin ng sistema. So, these are art blocks. Ang eye blocks po, kapag nilalagay yung athletes, hindi sila nasisilaw sa ilaw. So this is the remembrance that every time I put on a show, it reminds me that hindi sana ako lamunin ng ilaw ng showbiz. Kasi po, and then I engage in being a singer-songwriter. And my friend here, Cesar Batingal, would attest to that because my songs are usually being played in Pinas and Wish FM. So yun po, naging singer-songwriter po ako. And then I kept on winning, writing awards. And then I met these wonderful people who believed in me. Si Dr. James Lee, si Ramon Chuaing, and si Ma'am Kathleen Go, who's our associate producer as well. And si Peter Chan, who's so now, I want those kids to have a livelihood in the main industry.